Oh, I think, yeah. This is then the second part of today's video. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stitch them together or just upload them as single parts. Yeah, so I was talking about, yeah, how I felt after med school, and that the fact that I didn't really, I was relieved to have the diploma, but I didn't really felt any joy or really a success feeling at the end of this journey. And this came also along with the type of work that a medical doctor performs. When I started med school, like my whole idea was getting into plastic surgery. I thought this is what I need to do, and this is gonna give me the most satisfaction. The reason why I wanted to go into plastic surgery was especially, oops, I was interested in reconstructive surgery and also like burn victims, all these type of things. This was like what I wanted to focus. I wanted to give these people new skin. I wanted to understand how like the science behind it works, how you can reconstruct tissue that it looks good, okay, or kind of goodish. You know, just give those better feelings, a better life quality, and also more self-confidence. Because I think, I don't know where this idea came from, but also no idea why, especially plastic surgery. It could have been any kind of surgery. But this is for me like, yeah, I think this would give me like mentally the most reward to do as a job. But I really do not like the hospital culture. Maybe it's because I was mostly in bigger hospitals, like I was in university hospitals where you have a type of like an academic competition. You have people need to prove themselves to go to the next bigger level. Maybe it's because of this, but maybe also because I was in environments where there was just a toxic working culture. I don't know yet. I haven't figured out. I think I need to see more and do more to understand it better. Getting out of breath. Like, I'm trying to talk clearly, but I see it's like I need to exercise, and I had a full meal before, so I just feel like I'm totally out of breath right now, which is not ideal. Yeah. Also, right now I'm like thinking, oh, I'm doing all these daily diaries online, and they're not being watched at all. Maybe they will never be watched, and it will be something that I have for me myself, a platform where I just use to post my stuff. Or maybe one day I share these things with my children, so they have an insight how their mother was thinking about life and which struggles, mental struggles, mostly I would say now, she encountered, and physical, because I'm really out of breath right now. And yeah, so this is kind of like my thoughts on the hospital life. Yeah, I was like, as an intern, when I returned home, I was like fully exhausted, and there is not much. If you have a 45-hour shift, a 45-hour working week, and these are the official hours, and then you have, let's say, a hidden 5 hours plus because you need to catch up with stuff, this makes 50 hours. And then you have at least, I would say, 5 to 10 hours study time at home, or reading and checking up things, because you're just at the start of your path. So you need this also, which makes like easily a 60-hour week of full medicine. And then you have some free time. But if you work 60 hours intensely, which it is how I perceive it at least, the remaining hours left for yourself will be not that enjoyable, because these are like not your high productivity hours. These are your intermediate hours or low hours in productivity. So there is not much time left, and to acquire a new skill set. Obviously, you're acquiring already lots of skill sets or lots of skills during the 60 hours you're either way working. But if you want to learn a language or a programming thingy, or I don't know, if you want to do something, write a book or open a bakery next to it, or I don't know, just have a hobby that you're fully committed in, it's just not possible. Like, you just don't have enough time left to do this. And I personally don't think that doing a full-time job as an MD will be, there are rewarding parts. Like, it's always rewarding. When I was working in a pediatrician clinic, it was rewarding when a child smiled and didn't cry after the shot you gave it, which is a success, I think. But then there is, and also I think what's more getting frustrating for new coming MDs is you see all this new technology arising. Okay, it's not good yet, it's not there yet to fully replace the stupid tasks, but there is actually also technology out there that would be able to replace the stupid tasks of typing in the whole journey you have. You could make it audio and it would type it in, but usually there is not enough funding for this. Honestly, it's just boring work that you need to do. It's important work because you need to document the health journey of your patient, but the way it's done, it's just really, really boring. And doing this like all day long, it just adds up in frustration, and then your software doesn't work. I know these things are part of everyone's job, everyone is going through this, but yeah, and I feel like I'm always sounding too much like of complaining and not appreciating the things we have, of course, but I think you need to kind of complain to further improve the system you're in. You may need to make people aware that there are parts that can be improved, because I think always, if I keep appreciating everything and say everything is wonderful, but don't add the buts and but we could improve it in that way or in that aspect, then I think we will just sit down and keep on appreciating and not move forwards. But also only complaining without recognizing the benefits of what we have will also not really lead to anything. So I think I'm trying to find the balance of how much complaining and how much appreciation is the right ratio. Haven't figured it out, and I hope on this journey of figuring things out, I will also get to understand this better. Besides this, I also, because I said I don't like reading books, and I think I will mention this quite a few times. One other thing that I don't like is reading again, but I'm kind of forcing myself to do it more often now. And I started reading the book called The Unfair Advantage. And this also, I think I will talk maybe more in a different clip separately, but so far it's going well. So rugby is not really a common sport, or football, rugby. I'm not sure which one is which one, but it's not such a common sport where I live, but we have a huge field here close to where I grew up. And yeah, it's nice to have this. I also love how green everything here is. There are not much people living, or there are actually plenty of people living, but it's a Sunday, and on Sundays people don't really go much out. Or maybe I am too late already to see them, but sometimes it feels a bit isolating, I think, especially like on rainy Sundays. This is a typical place where people come to train for their car exams, because it's also so quiet, not a lot of people driving, so that's a cool thing. And I think I might make a short stop while passing by this dog and the man there, because I'm getting weird looks by the dog.